Hello everyone and welcome to a get ready with myself. I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing. So here's me wondering if the camera is okay and wondering whether I should speak through this, but I decided not to. So I'm going to start by priming my face with a Temple Spa moisturiser, then a MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Luminous Base. Rubbing that into the skin, and here's me now rummaging for brushes and getting frustrated, wondering should I turn the camera off or not. Still rummaging. So I decided to turn the camera off, and next we are away to prime the lids with the Plouise base in Rumour number 2. I really like this primer. I find that it just sticks all your shadow and it's really easy to use, and there's a good variety of colours in this as well. So we're going to prime those lids. Bear with me for angles, I'm just practicing and learning as I go. And now we're just going to blend that in. The Plouise base you don't actually need to set, so that's even better. Now we're just checking ourselves out in the mirror, making sure everything's going smoothly. Now we're going to do the brows with a MAC gel paint pot. And I just used an angled brush to apply this. We're all in lockdown at the minute, certainly in the UK, so the brows are looking a bit worse for wear. I usually get them threaded every 3 weeks, but I've not had them done for 6 weeks, so I've just had to put up with plucking, which is not my best friend, so roll on when I can go back to get my brows done. Also, side note, that's why my nails look so awful, as I get them done every month as well, but not had them done in about 6 weeks due to lockdown, so they're looking a bit worse for wear, you could say. Once we've done the brows, we're just going to give them a quick set with an Anastasia brow gel. I'm sure it's in the colour light brown, but I'll double check and list everything below. This isn't an essential step, but it just holds your brows in place and stops any sparse or stray hairs from moving throughout the day. Next, after this, we're going to move on to foundation. I use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in light beige. I usually mix this with a MAC foundation in a darker shade, but like I mentioned, due to the UK being on lockdown, we're unable to go out and get our beauty treatments, so I would usually be a little bit darker as I use the sunbeds. My face is looking really red as I've been trying to go out in the sun as much as I possibly can to try and keep up my tan. But yeah, so we're just going to blend that in everywhere. Forehead, nose, making sure it's all nice and even. If anyone's got any foundation recommendations, please pop them in the comments below. I'm looking to purchase the Ordinary foundation to give it a try, as it's so cheap. It's only like £5 something. So that would be unreal if it was good. If anyone's tried it, please let me know. Next, we're going to move on to concealer, and I'm using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the colour Custard, and I'm just hitting all the usual points under your eyes, chin, cupid's bow, nose, and forehead, although you can of course conceal wherever you want to. I'm doing it to highlight my face as opposed to conceal, although I did wake up with 2 lovely spots this morning. So we're just going to blend that in using the same brush as the foundation. This is a Morphe brush from a set that I got. I can have a look and see if I can find which one it is. Next, we're going to set with the Jeffree Star setting powder. I absolutely love Jeffree Star. Everything I've used from him is fantastic. This powder makes your skin feel so creamy and sets your makeup all day. It's fab. So yeah, I'm just going to set under my eyes. And then I'll pop a bit on my chin, cupid's bow, my eyelids, as I've got quite oily complexion. And I am going to put a bit on my laugh lines as well. Yep. Just kind of everywhere that I highlight. Oh, there's me thinking I'm funny. Yeah, okay. So we're just putting the lid back on that. And next we're going to move on to contour. I'm using the Huda Beauty Contour in medium. This is a new product for me. I'm just second or third time using it. I'm not too sure my thoughts at the moment. It's very easy to blend out and things, as you'll see from here. But I'm not sure on the colour at the minute. I'm trying out new things, as I used to use a stick from MAC, but it got discontinued. So I'm just applying that on the typical places where you would contour, on your cheekbones, on your forehead. And I'm just using a Real Technique brush to do this. The Real Technique brushes are really good and affordable, I think. We're going to pop some underneath that double chin I most definitely have, and on my jawline to try and make my jaw appear a bit more snatched. After this, we're going to move on to bronzer. I'm going to use the Benefit Hula bronzer just to add a bit more depth into my face and my contour. I like the brush that this comes with, as it fits perfectly into your cheekbones, so I'm going to use that just to add a bit more colour. And then we're going to move on to a MAC bronzer, a mineralised skin finish, I think, in Give Me Sun, I believe. Yep. And we're just applying this with a MAC contour brush as well. I'd really recommend this brush. It just really works for all the points on your face that you want it to work for. The MAC brushes are a bit more pricey. I don't have too many, but this one was definitely worth the purchase. Okay, so now I'm just having a nose for the next product that I'm going to be using. Okay, so next we're going in with eyeshadow, and I'm just going to use that same bronzer to put in the outer part of my eye and also throughout the crease to warm my eyes up. I find these bronzers work really well on the eyes as well, as they are so blendable. So we're just going to pop that through the eye. We're going to do the same for the other eye. And build up to your desired intensity and winging it out a little bit, making sure it's blended and both eyes match as best as we possibly can. I'm no makeup artist, so I'm just doing my thing. Adding a little bit more onto the other eye, as we went a bit heavy with the second eye, so we're just making them match up. After this, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I really like this palette. There we go. It's got a good variety of colours. I'm just going to mix 2 shades here. I'm popping that onto the outer corner again. I'm bringing that through the crease. We're going to use a bit of a darker colour just to give the eye a bit of dimension and colour. And we're going to do the same with the other eye. And blend. Always blend. Next, we're going to go back in with our concealer brush and the whatever's left from the Plouise base, and just put a bit of a tacky base down for our shimmer colour. Also from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, we're just going to apply that. It's just a kind of champagne-y gold shimmer, so any colour that you've got would be fine. You don't need to use the one from that specific palette. So we're just going to apply that. Yep, checking it out, looking good. And then we're just going to go in with a darker colour also from the Anastasia Soft Glam palette to pop on the outer corner of the eye. Again, repeating similar motions, just deepening up the outer corner and the crease. And then we're going to give that a blend. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to move on to a winged eyeliner. I'm using the Black Track liquid liner from MAC. I find this one really easy to use as I like the felt tip. One eye always goes better than the other, so I am going to show you the better eye. So we're just winging it out there. I like using a brown liner as well, but I've not really found one that I've loved. So if anyone's got any comments for a good brown liner, then just let me know. And there we go, that's them winged out. Perfect. Okay, so next, what are we going to be doing next? We are just going to take the same shadows underneath the eye just to smoke it out a little bit. I find my eyes are quite small, so this step really helps to make my eyes look a bit bigger and make my eye colour pop a little bit. Now we're just giving that a little blend out. Perfect. Okay, next we're using onto a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil to highlight the inner corners. This is in the shade Cottage Cheese, which is absolutely vile, but it's good nonetheless. We're just going to take the same colours that we use for the inner eye, and we're popping that in the inner corner and on the brow bone, and just above the brow bone as well, to give that a little bit of a highlight. I like to do this part just to try and lift my brows a little bit. Just going to give that a little rub in so it's not as harsh. Okay, so next we're moving on to the lips. So I'm going to use the MAC lip liner pencil in the shade Whirl. I really like this one as it's a versatile colour. It just goes with everything, and I like a good nude lip. Once we've done that, we're going to move on to use the MAC lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy all around all the lips, and then we're going to pop on the shade Yash in the middle just to create a bit of dimension on the lips. I love Velvet Teddy. This was my first ever MAC lipstick. As you can see, it's running pretty low, so I'm going to have to repurchase soon, as it's a definite everyday go-to colour. Okay, and like I said, we're just moving on to add on Yash in the middle, just to give a bit of dimension. And after that, we're moving on to a nudie pink lip gloss from Benefit. I got this one in a gift set for Christmas years ago, but I'm sure you can still purchase it. If not, any nudie pink lip gloss would do the job. I really like Benefit ones as I find they're not sticky, and I hate a sticky gloss. Okay, so next we're just fumbling about trying to find the eyelash glue. Okay, looks like we've got it. So whilst we're putting the glue on the lashes and letting them to become tacky and set, we're going to spray our face with the NYX setting spray, and this is a matte setting spray. As like I mentioned earlier, I've got quite oily skin, so any matte sticky down face spray I'm here for. Great description there. Okay, so we're just going to pop on the lashes now. These are Huda Beauty lashes. I really like these. I've had them for so long. They're really good for reusing them, and they hold their shape really well, and they've got a good lash band. It doesn't go flimsy. Yeah, so we're just sticking that on with Duo adhesive glue. I got this from MAC, but you can get it in many different places. Okay, so we're sticking them on, tightening the hair, having a little look. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you got to the end, well done. I hope it's okay. Yeah, this is the final look, and hopefully speak to you next time.